Hello again, gamers. Welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I'm the Captain.
And I'm Danielle Reynolds.
And today we're going to be reviewing and showing you how to play Pirates and Lasers, which is one of the Blinks games that comes in the Blinks community set. First things first, I would like to thank Move38 for sending me the Blinks community set along with the other Blinks games to do reviews and tutorials like this on. Before we get started, I do want to draw attention to that if you are in a position to and would like to help out the channel, there's a link to my Patreon in the description below. And if you'd like to get yourself some cool gamer gear, there is a link to my Teespring store in the description below where you can get cool shirts, mugs, and even a sticker. And you know what? I don't think we're going to waste too much time because there's not a lot to show here in regard to the components. Each one of these sets comes with 6 Blinks, and that's 6 games. Each one is also a component for the other games. We're going to jump right in. Danielle and I are going to show you how to play Pirates and Lasers, and then we're going to come right back, and we're going to talk about how this game feels, and we're going to rate it and review it.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, so we're going to be playing a game of Pirates and Lasers, and as usual, the first thing you have to do is hold down the Pirates and Lasers blink until it goes into training mode before plugging it on into the rest of the blinks, at which point it will turn the rest of them into training mode and teach them how to play the game of Pirates and Lasers. And of course, as normal, after a few minutes, once they have all learned the game, they will all turn a different color to let you know that they are ready to play the game. There we go. So now all the blinks have turned into ship hull pieces. As you can see, they are mostly beige with one white side. Let me get one a little closer here to the camera so you can kind of make that out. Now, what happens is we're going to have to turn a couple of them into hazard pieces. So we pull them out. They change colors slightly there. And we double click them to turn them into hazards. And then put them on back in, and we're going to have to turn one into a redirector. Now, this game can be played with as few as 6 blinks, but we're playing it with 12, and if you're playing with 8 or more, they do recommend you use a redirector. So when playing with this many, the hazards fire lasers out of their red sides, and the redirector, if it's hit on either of its purple sides, it will redirect the laser through the other of the 2 purple sides. The way we play this game is that first on your turn, you split the formation into 2 pieces regardless of size, and then bring them back together. When bringing them back together, all pieces must touch 2 other pieces, and all redirectors and hazard pieces have to touch at least one of the hull pieces. So I'm going to do a little of that right now by splitting off these 3 pieces here and flipping them around and clicking them in there. Now you saw some of them had turned to different colors, and that was because they were telling me that there was an illegal formation over there. Now once you click them back in, you can either click the redirector to rotate it one side facing, or you could click one of the hull pieces to heal towards the white light, but none of the hull is damaged. Now for healing, it damages itself 1 and repairs 1 on the piece it is facing. So in this case, I'm just going to rotate the redirector 1 face, and then we have to fire off the lasers. Now the lasers are going to cause damage to every part of the ship hull in the direction they go towards, and if a laser hits the redirector, like I said, it will come out the other side. Now in this case, that's not really going to matter because that's just going to go off of the ship over here by the redirector, but after firing, all lasers will turn, and if the redirector was hit, it will turn as well. So let me show you that. I'm going to fire this one off here, and of course it's going to damage these couple of hull pieces and turn. And I'm going to fire this one off here. It's going to damage these couple of hull pieces and turn, and it will turn the redirector as well. So as you see, some of the hull lights have gone out. These lights that have gone out turn to a dark blue, and you can see the ocean beneath them there. So now that my turn is done, it will be Danielle's turn.
All right. So I am going to decide to split it. So just looking, this one's going to be safe after getting hit twice. And then over here, I mean, they haven't taken much damage, so we'll see where I want to put stuff.
Indeed. I was going to say, yeah, it's early enough that there's not enough damage to worry about, because you lose if you make the ship sink. And you make the ship sink when one of the pieces has taken all its damage and turned completely blue, which no piece is anywhere near that happening. So you are in no danger there.
Yep.
So I'll click.
So I'm going to actually bring this over to there.
There you go. So you healed this one for 1 and took a damage there.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and then we're going to shoot off some lasers.
Lasers. Get your sharks with laser beams
Yeah,
on their
right.
heads, attacking the pirate ship. They say they're supposed to be tourists, but they're totally freaking sharks with freaking laser beams. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Jeez, this is a very endangered piece over there at the moment. Oh, what am I gonna do now? I think I'm going to actually take these off from this side because I want to not have that be so threatened. And instead I'm going to put it over here, which is oddly legal, even though this one piece is by itself, but it's in groups of 3. It's touching plenty. So it's actually fine. I'm going to fire off the lasers. Ooh, that's going to be interesting.
That hit a lot of things.
That did hit a lot of things. That was a lot of damage.
Okay. So, just looking at what we got. This is going to be fine. That'll be...
A logical split.
Yeah.
A very logical split, yeah.
Make it less awkward. I think I'm going to go here.
Okay.
So that way I can try to make that a little less bad.
All right.
Okay.
That's going to do a lot of damage.
I know, it's gonna mess this set up pretty bad.
Oh
but...
yeah. But it damaged 4 ship pieces and then 2 more from the other laser.
I mean, the name of the game is just lasting longer than you.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, so when it comes down to it, that's where you're at. It really is. So, that being said, well, I can't leave. Well, that's awful. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm looking over there. I'm like, that's not
ideal.
That's not good. No, that's not good. So I think what I'm gonna do is take this off here. And I'm gonna plug it in there. And then I'm going to, let's see.
Yeah, the laser's gonna really suck.
I'm going to heal that one there. And then I'm going to fire off, do a heck of a lot of damage there. And then just bring this one down to 2 there. Okay.
Right. So you've made it hard for me.
It's not that hard yet. There's one piece.
This one I definitely need to watch out for.
Yeah, there's one piece that's almost destroyed.
He's gonna get shot.
Yeah, but it's not that bad yet. There's still there's only one piece that's next to death.
Yep. So want to focus right there. Let's.
What to do?
I know. Be careful when you're splitting these to like do it off the edges. You don't want to click them on accident. All right. Now where am I gonna put this? So
Well, you got to put it somewhere it's going to get healed, or it's not going to matter.
I know.
Because if you put it in here, you could heal it.
No, I can't do that. Well, I mean, yeah, okay.
You can. Just heal it there.
Yep. And then it's just gonna get shot again.
Yeah, but that's okay. It won't be dead. Or wait. Oh, is that going to be dead? Oh.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, so.
All right, so that's
over.
game. Yeah. So the reason is because this piece has turned completely to water. It's all blue. It means Danielle loses this quick little demo game that we were showing to show you how to play. And then you can triple click it and set it up to play again. Like that, and it'll turn them all back into undamaged pieces. And you can play another game of pirates and lasers. So that's the basics of how you play this game. So now we're going to head back over. We're going to talk about how this game plays and how it feels, and we're going to rate it and review it. Welcome back.
Yeah.
So that was how you play a 2-player game of Pirates and Lasers. There was technically a 1-player version for Pirates and Lasers. The 1-player version, though, is literally just see how many turns you can last and try to keep beating that. So I really prefer the 2-player version. It's I like getting competitive with this game.
Yes, that's true.
Then it's so the blink. This game you can change the difficulty by adding or removing blinks. It plays with a minimum of 6 blinks. They recommend not using a redirector until you have at least 8. I like this game a lot at 12.
Yeah, I felt like it would be a totally different game with the smaller one without the redirector. Granted,
Yeah.
like, my mind is always make sure the redirector is never facing the lasers. Because I don't think I've played a game yet where I had to use it, because I'm always trying to turn it.
The thing about the redirector is it adds a whole nother level of complexity to the game that's just not there without it. Well, so like okay,
it really stinks if you forget about it.
So the game is good at smaller numbers of blinks, but in my opinion, it's not as good as when you get to those large numbers of blinks in the larger size board. Like when you get to six blinks, it's really quick and abrupt. There are, you can rearrange it a little bit, but not that much. But at 12 blinks, it's more tactically variable.
I think it's a little better that way. Yes.
There's a lot more going on. There's more options, more ways to split it.
Yeah.
And then more ways to recombine it. Yes, to put it back together. I'm like sitting here having a brain cramp, not remembering. Like, combine. Yes. But also, the thing that took me a while to wrap my head around when playing this game, and is why I didn't win for a while, is the constant turning of the hazards. And also, every time a laser hits the redirector, whether it redirects through it or not,
I know, it switches.
that you turn it.
Yep.
Yeah. Which... having that happen like every turn for the lasers and almost all the time for the redirector, it's something that you start to have to like break your mind to keep track of.
It's true. It also makes it a little bit more important which laser you set off first. Because if they're both going to hit the redirector, you're like, oh, I'm fine, not remembering it's going to turn, and the next time it completely makes you lose the game.
Right, because like the first one hits it, doesn't redirect through it, but turns it so that the second one redirects through it and hits extra blinks you didn't plan for.
Yep.
You're like, oh, what did I do?
Oh my gosh. And then like trying to split them up, as you saw, I have issues sometimes because you're trying not to click the tops. You got to kind of go at the angles with your fingertips and your nails potentially.
So do you think that's a negative or just sort of like a nature of the system?
No, it's just like something about, it's just the nature of the system.
Now, do you have any negatives with this game though?
With the game, I thought it was really good. It's creative. It's smart on how to use everything. I mean, the only difficulties is, trying to figure out how to split it, or if you like split and you don't really, like, it's kind of hard to like plan your turn sometimes.
Now, we didn't mention the designers in the beginning, but I want to call them out. This game was designed by Ian Cummings, Michael Cooper, Theo Johnson, and Priscilla McGann. And I want to call them out because of what you just said. You said it was very smart.
It is, yeah.
And I agree, which is why I want to give credit where credit is due. This is a really well done game, and this is from the community set. So these were people in the developer community that obviously Move 38 recognized how awesome their design was, and they asked them to publish it, and they published it. They made game art for it, and they made a game that you can play with it. And this is one of those where I feel like this might be. I know you haven't played much of the Blinks games, but in my opinion, I've played a lot of them. And of all the ones I've played so far, I think this is the most advanced of all the Blinks games I've played so far. And that's awesome because I think they should move more into making more advanced games. And I like this one. I think this was on Move 38's part was a really good thing that they recognized the quality of this design and published it because... Yeah, I don't know if you can tell that I'm gushing. This is not just the most advanced Blinks game. I think this is my favorite one I've tried so far.
It's so funny. No, the fact that they opened it up to the community with those development kits, I mean, that's so smart because as a business, like, not always internally you're going to have the best products.
Right.
So this just brought in an awesome game.
Yeah, this is... So I think the only... I mean, and it is as an example, in their initial core set, of the 6 games in the initial core set, I think there's only one that is... roughly on par with the quality of this game. That's how good this game is. There's just one that's in the ballpark. This game is fantastic. And I think the going towards the community is definitely the right idea.
Yes.
Getting them to brainstorm for you and then publishing, working a contract and publishing their games. This is one of the best things about the Blink system, in my opinion, for sure.
Oh, yeah. I was telling you when we were playing this earlier that I wish I had something like this when I was younger because I would have been trying to develop my own games a lot earlier.
But back to the game itself, back to Pirates and Lasers.
Yes.
So this is a game, the theme is really tacked on. It's an abstract strategy game. The theme is that it's a ghost pirate ship and there's some tourists with lasers who are shooting holes through your ship and you're trying to keep the ship floating. It's an abstract strategy game. You just don't want to be the person to sink the ship. But it's brilliant because that means that in a two-player game, it's all about setting up traps for your opponent so that they accidentally sink the ship, which we've both done to each other in our various games of this.
We definitely have. I know. I helped you actually win a game of this. It's so crazy, though, because it's not only the one laser you have to worry about, because sometimes you set it up just so perfectly that you've loaded up multiple different spaces where they're going to get hit by a laser no matter how you split them.
And it's so easy to overlook when two lasers will hit the same space, or like you said before,
or
when
you
one
split
laser...
it up and you move it to another laser to
right,
get it.
or the laser turns, one laser turns the redirector, then the other laser goes through the redirector and you didn't count on that.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's very smart, and it's cool because you saw how quickly it ramped up. We're like, oh, it doesn't really matter where I click it, and then you're like, oh my god, it really does matter. And then you start to think, like, do I want to try to heal things more? And make it, like, less loaded, but then if you do that, the other player could be like, I'm just gonna mess this up so badly that I hope that it takes you out.
Right.
And that awkward moment when I actually figured it out, or you actually figured it out, then you're totally messed up.
There was one game we played where I messed up the board, like, unbelievably. I'm like, ha! Do something with that. And you did. And then I was like, God damn it.
It was so good. You spent so much time trying to figure it out. And you're like, okay, I'm just gonna...
And then I was dead. I was dead. I was like, it's over.
It's kind of nice. It's like you click the panic button. It's like, I'm done.
Yeah, I just set off the lasers, let him kill it all. But
I also like that it starts blinking when you're doing illegal moves. Like, that's
it's a great reminder.
Yeah.
It's a great way to be like, oh, wait, why is that? Oh, because I can't do that. I can't do that. Okay. The game is...
It's really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
If you can't tell,
good job, guys.
Yeah, we're really liking this game a lot. I think it's very tactical, very strategic. I would say only by the actual rules definition of the game, only by the very, very strict rules definition of the game could you possibly do this without the blank system with physical components. But it would be ludicrously fiddly and ludicrously difficult to keep track of everything. So in reality, I'm going to say this is a game you really would not be able to do without the electronic components, like having it on the Blink system. And that's why this is one of those games that's perfectly designed for the Blink system.
Yep.
And then on top of that, the lasers look so impressive on the Blink system when they fire.
It's so fun.
And they just look great.
They do look really cool. And I like playing definitely when you turn the lights off.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's definitely better with... This is one... I would say all of them are better with the lights off. But this is one definitely because there is this... some of the colors, I don't know how well they're going to show up on the camera, but some of the colors are a little subtly different. Like we talked about that the white and the beige
are pretty similar.
That's one of the minor negatives we had, is that they're pretty similar, so it's a little subtly different, which is why it's easier to tell the difference with the lights off in person. Whether or not I'm not sure how well that showed up on camera. If it was tough for you to tell, that is one of the minor negatives, but it is easier to tell with the lights off in person for sure.
Another thing I needed to kind of wrap my brain around was the fact that one of those little triangles is the like healing spot. So looking, I just like one time assumed, oh, that's fine. It can get hit one more time, thinking that the healing spot.
No, but it's not part of the ship.
Yeah, it's not part of the ship. So remember that while playing.
Yes. Okay, so we've raved a lot. We really like this. We like the complexity. We like all of the automatic things that you have to keep track of, the turning of the lasers. Yep. We love the mechanics. Okay, do you want to rate it first or shall I?
You go first.
Okay, so I've thought long and hard about this. This game is really fun. I'm going to go 8 stars out of 10. This is a really solidly awesome game. The mechanics are great and complex. The gameplay is fun and interesting. The way it utilizes the Blink system is visually appealing and awesome. Yeah, I have some minor negatives with some of the color choices. The white and beige are a little difficult, but those are, completely overshadowed by the awesomeness that is Pirates and Lasers.
That is true. And I feel like a copycat because I was also going to say 8, and I was also going to say, the color choice, because I did get a little confused with the redirector, because it is like that purple kind of does look a little like the beige. Like, had they done maybe instead of the blue, gone with like green or something totally different colored?
It's difficult because they wanted it to represent ocean, so they wanted blue for that. But the white, I think they should have done a different color for the healing spot than the white.
That might have been
But it's kind of a minor thing.
It's so minor. Like, it doesn't change the gameplay. It's just looking at the color.
So, I mean, you're totally with me then. We're both 8 stars.
Yes, 8 stars.
So this is 2 thumbs way up. That's 16 total stars. That's really high. I would be... So, okay. Like I said, so far of all the Blinks games I've played, whether I've reviewed them or not, this is my favorite of the Blinks games so far. This game is fantastic. I want to see more and more advanced games like this from them in the future. Oh yeah, definitely. And this whole set is community games. I'm going to be playing the rest of them and hopefully doing lots more review and tutorials on the other games in the community set for sure. But I just want to say that Pirates and Lasers is so good that it's one of those, because they are going to be working on different combinations of the games that they sell. This is one of those that you can count on, that if it is in a set of games, it is worth buying the set for this game.
Which is always good to know, because you at least have 5 more that are probably going to be really good.
Yeah. So, now, the one caveat I want to throw out is, like we said before, I really like this game specifically at 12 blinks. So if you buy, so you would need 2 packs to play, and that does get expensive. That's like, depending on whether you got a discount or not, the normal retail on that is about $200. That's a lot because they are the electronic components. So FYI, that is one other downside I forgot to mention. You do, to get the full effect like we were showing in our tutorial, you will need 2 sets of blinks to play this. But as long as you do, if you've already got a set, and you're looking to get another set, and that set, like the community set, has Pirates and Lasers in it, this is a fantastic second set to get. Yeah. Mainly because of Pirates and Lasers. There's some other good games in here too. I haven't played them all yet, but actually I've been enjoying the games I've been playing in the community set. So there you go. If you enjoyed this review and tutorial, and you would like to see us do more review and tutorials of Blinks games like this, be sure to give it a like. Share it on all forms of social media. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to the Board Game Captain. That's Captain spelled with a K on YouTube. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, either on the game of Pirates and Lasers or on this video, put them in the comments down below. And until next time, game on.